Everyone, welcome to 2 and 3D. So today we are going to be reviewing this software. This is the CH Puppet Builder, and yeah, if you have been following this channel, you will know that I released this software somewhere around, I think around in December last year, and well, that was the first version, so I needed to upgrade or update the software. And I packed this software with so many features, which I'll be covering in this video and in future videos also. So first thing you will notice, okay, to get the software, you just you follow the link in the description, and you'll be able to get the software for free. But if you want to actually export, you need to license the software. And licensing is about, I've dropped the price now. I've further dropped the price. Initially it was $19, now it's about $15 or something like that. So you'll be able to get it, and you have access to all these puppet files. You come to hair, you have different hairstyles, and these are not just all. Well, I'll be covering that in this video. Just stay tuned. So at the end of this video, I'll be putting the promo code that you'll be able to use to get it as low as $15 for the license. Okay, but that's besides the point. All right, so first thing we are going to be looking at is, if you come to, okay, first thing, the moment you get the software, you have to, because everything here will be, let me just show you. So let me get rid of all the puppets I just downloaded, and then I'm going to reload this software. So this is how it's going to look the moment you download the software. Now you have to come to download here, and then you click, and as you can see, about 1, 2, 3 packs. These are not just characters, these are not just one characters. Each of these pack comes with around like 6 to 14 characters built in it. So let me just show you. For instance, let me just download this Alice mail. So let's click that download, and it's downloading. Okay, so now it's ready. Now I just need to, well, you could refresh from directly from here, but I would say just restart the whole software. It's better when you restart the whole software. Okay, so after restarting the software, now you have this Alice right here, and this is just to show you the packs that are available to you, but you most likely will not be using this. So let's come to color here, and this is another button that I just added newly in this update. So you could click this and get rid of this character, because this is our dummy character. This is our default character that comes to the software. So this is just to show you the parts that you can add. I can actually just change this face, change this, or change it to whatever, change the face to whatever face I want amongst this. But just if you want to start from scratch, you don't want to be seeing this, because it makes the work a bit untidy, or it can make you feel confused. So just start from scratch. You click this button, and everything will go away. So now we can actually impute whatever part we want. For one, let me just add this. So let's use this face. Let's add this face. So now we have this, and just so you know, I will recommend you select every single part you want before adjusting them, because they are not positioned correctly. Sorry. So I'm just going to add hair. Let's make the hair this one. Let's give it this hair. And you see I'm not moving anything yet. Okay, for hearts, okay, the pack doesn't come with any hearts in it. So I'm just going to move on. Let's do this eyeball. Let's change this to this. No, let's change it to this. Okay, let's just use this one. Okay, so now eyelid, you don't have to change this, because this eye comes with eyelid, but you could change it if you want. It's up to you. That is your choice. But I'm not going to change it. So let's come to glasses. We do not have any glasses. Pupil, let's use this one. Okay, I think that is fine. Okay, let's use this one. Okay, yeah, good. So eyebrow, let's use this one. Yep, let's use this mouth, because that is the only mouth that is available in that pack. And I'm going to download another pack so that you'll be able to see the additions and stuff you can actually do, how you can combine this. I'm going to be adding packs every single week. In fact, I'm going to be adding it every single day, but I don't want to promise daily. But I'll say every single week you will have a new pack, and I'm already working on the one that I'll be adding hopefully by next tomorrow. Okay, so nose, let's go with this nose. Nope, let's go with this one. Okay, good, let's go with this one. Nose ring, we don't need that. Yes, let's do this one. Okay, and as you can see, the color is not working, but already don't worry, we'll cover that in this video too. Also, let's go with this one. Okay, let's say we want to make Let's do chain torso. So let's go with this torso. Let's go with this one. Okay, good. So hand, what hand should we go with? Okay, let's use this one. No, this is a fat body, so let's go with something like this. Good, that's perfect. All right, so trousers, that's legs. Let's go with this one. Good, let's go with this one. Okay, so we don't need skirt, we don't need hood. Let's just, so now we have everything we need. Now it's just to arrange and recolor. So first of all, just ignore this green. This green is just a marker and it will not show in your puppet, so just ignore that. Okay, so now let's start with the ears. Oh no, let's reposition the face of our character. So you click this, so this is face, and then this is the move button. Well, the move tool. So I'm just going to adjust this like this to this point. Let's do something like this. Okay, so now let's adjust it. We don't need to adjust the torso. Let's just leave the torso as it is. So I'm using spacebar to pan around. If you click spacebar, you can pan around. You don't have to click and drag. Just click spacebar, you can pan around. So now we're doing that. Let's click ears, and then this is right ear. So I'm just going to click this and then adjust it to this position. Let's do for the other ears. Let's just position it like this. Good, that's perfect. Okay, so now for the hair, let's, I don't know, is this too big? Okay, yeah, that's actually, that fits in, that works. Okay, so that is it. Let's do pupil. Let's move these down. Okay, I have to zoom in a bit just so that it's more accurate. Okay, so let's do the other pupil. Let's just position it this way, like this. Okay, so that's fine. Mouth, let's put the mouth, and the nose, let's position that correctly. So let's do something like this, like this. Good, perfect. All right, so now let's come to the arm. Let's click this arm and then adjust it to this position. I think this position is fine. Good, that's perfect. Let's move this like this. Good, perfect. So now let's do the crotch. So crotch is not here. Crotch, you have to click this button. So let's adjust that. As you can see, it's too big for the body, so I'm going to scale that down. So now you click this. This is another tool that I am introducing you to. So right click. If you right click, it becomes bigger, like it scales it up. If you left click, it scales it down. So just take note of that. So I'm using right click right now to scale it down, and I think it's perfect this way. So let's use it. Let's use our transform tool and position it correctly. Let's position it here. And then now the legs, let's just position that correctly. Let's put it into position. I think this is perfect for it. And then this leg, let's put it here. Okay, we have to adjust this one a little bit, take it higher a bit. Okay, good. So now we have our character positioned. Now the problem is the coloring. So this is this shade, this dark leg shade is blocking our view. So just click nothing to get rid of that. Okay, so now we need the shirt to be the same width, or we could just change both colors. So now this is how you change colors. Click C. When you press C on your keyboard, you can select whatever color you want to adjust or you want to change. So for now, I want to change this yellow color. Let's change it to something like, so if you do that, you come to pick here, you click pick, and that color has been sampled. So anything, if you are changing this, that color will change also. So I'm going to make it blue. Let's give it blue like this. Good, that's perfect. So now let's change this one. And I am going to use the picker to pick this color so that it rhymes. So you see, it rhymes. Now I'm going to do his inner wears, and I want this to be white. So let's move this upwards a bit. I don't want it to be pure white, but that is fine. Okay, so now his skin. Okay, so no, let's do this one. Let's do this one. So the crotch is not blending with his legs. So that is an easy fix. Just click C, sample this color. And then after doing that, you just pick the sample tool, boom, and it has blended. Perfect. So now we just need to change his hair and his skin color. So let's sample that color, change it. Let's give him kind of yellowish kind of hair. Boom, that's perfect. Okay, so now let's sample this skin color so that we'll blend it with this one here. So let's pick C and pick the sample tool, click that color, and it has adjusted, and the air is not blending properly. So that also needs to be adjusted. Let's click, boom, perfect. So, okay, so now we have our character already made. And now you can see the power of this tool. So one thing I just noticed is the mouth actually disappeared. I don't know what happened. I think maybe I moved it or something. I don't really know. So I'm just going to click this, and then get it back in order, and then adjust it. Let's position it correctly. Boom. That is perfect. So now we have our character. Let's just click nothing so that we can see our character in its full glory. So you see, this is our character, and we just created this character from the assets we have in this software. So simple, so simple, and you can go crazy with it. You could be as creative as you want to be. You could bring the eyes closer. You could adjust, scale the eyes to be bigger, scale the mouth if you want the mouth to be bigger, like in Loudmouth. Is it Loudmouth? One of those shows, yeah. One of those shows on TV. So for instance, let me just make the mouth a little bit bigger. There are more tools that I've not covered, that I probably will not be able to cover in these videos, but you can see we have not talked about the outline, and that is really important. So for instance, we have our character like this, and we want the scale, we want the line to be thicker, or we want it not to have any line at all. We can do that simply by just clicking this, taking it to 0. If you take this to 0 and then you enter it, you can see the lines have disappeared. And well, not all the lines disappeared, but all these lines are adjustable, and you could fix them. You could change the scale and whatever value you want to do. You could take it to Adobe Illustrator and change it to whatever size you want, because these are actually adjustable lines. These are not lines that are already baked in or already, what is it called, expanded. Okay, so now let's take it back to 1. I think it was 1 initially. Good, that's perfect. All right, so now all you need to do after doing this is export SVG. So when you export SVG, you just locate it, like, let me put it in this folder, and then name it, give it whatever name you want. So let's give it Greg. Okay, so we have Greg. And since it's an SVG file, you can take it into whatever vector program you are used to, and then you adjust whatever you want. But make sure you save it as an SVG file from whatever software you'll be making your edits in. So now we have that. And if you don't have this .puppet file, you export it. You don't have to, but I will be exporting it. And just put it somewhere that you can easily locate. All you just need to be doing is, anyway, I'll show you that. Okay, so I have this already, so I do not have to do anything here. I'm just going to cancel this, and let's go into Adobe Character Animator. Okay, so we are in Adobe Character Animator, and this is a character I actually created using this software. So just know that you can do whatever you want. So you can see how this character walks, the character talks, even though the mouth is not actually here. But you can see that the character has a jaw, so the character can actually talk. And the character, you could move whatever part you want like this, and you can see how it just makes so much sense. You could come into controls and use whatever finger you want that would, maybe if you want the character to be pointing, then you could do something like this. You could move it, move this, move the knees, and then you could literally just animate with this character, and it will make your work way easier. So that's by the way. So this is the default. Well, that is not it. This is the default, sorry. So I'm going to duplicate this. If you have the .puppet file, all you need to do is drag it into your project panel. You drag it from wherever, you drag it into your project panel, or you could duplicate it like the way I am doing currently. You don't have to, but you could. So I'm going to select this duplicate, and I'm going to just click this so that I can replace the what is it called, the file, the .ai file or the .svg file, because Adobe Character Animator relies on an external file. That is the file we just exported, the SVG file we just exported. So you click this, and then you locate your SVG file. I saved it in videos, and I saved it as Greg. So we have it right here. Replace, and the name will now change to Greg. Boom, perfect. Now we can drag Greg into this place, into the timeline. Let's just make this invisible. And as you can see, we have Greg, and you can see he talks. And well, I don't know what is wrong with the coloring right here, but I would definitely address that. Definitely address that. Okay, so no matter the moment you get the software, it will already be addressed. So the whatever you'll be getting will be the updated version of this. So I am going to look into that. I don't know why the color did not export, but I'm going to work on that. Anyway, you can see that our character actually exported, and there is a draggable to drag his eyes around, and you can see his eyes blink. If you come to your controls here already, like I've literally not done anything in this character. I literally just changed the file in it. So you can see we have all the fingers, we have his brow triggers, we have the eye triggers, and all the other triggers that it comes with the character originally. So now let's position our character. So already there is a positioning here, but it might not be perfect, probably because, well, not probably because Adobe Character Animator has a way of mixing shit up. So there is a reason why this is actually not working as good. The shoulder is not placed, well, it's placed properly, but the shoulder, there's a control. There is a, what is it called? Anyway, let's go to the rig so that I'll show you. So now if we click the arm, you can see that this is not positioned correctly. So we have to just, all you just need to do is bring it down a little, drag this down a little, click this, drag this so that I just position it correctly. Click this and B, drag this, position it correctly. You can see this, this wouldn't have worked. Make sure you don't move the entire arm, just these, the handles. Sorry, I forgot the name. So just make sure you move the handles. So you move this one also, the stick, you move it just so that it is in this space. All right. So now let's go back to record. Even though I've not finished adjusting stuffs, but if you go back to record now, if I'm moving stuffs around, you can see that it's moving well, moving well-ish to a point. So you could move these around. And the reason why that is overflowing into the upper arm is because this is actually dragged a bit. You have to drag this down a little bit, and then, okay, so that is okay. So let's do something like this. Let's position our character's arm. Let's come to our control here, and let's just choose this one, and let's do this one. Okay, so you could actually move this around, move your character's waist. You could move the pupil. You could change the eyebrow, okay, to get your character to look like he's reacting to something. So you do something like this, and your character looks like he's reacting to something like that. So that is basically it, and it makes your work way easier, and you can improve on your character. You could literally take your character into Adobe Illustrator and improve whatever you want to improve. Maybe you don't like the line size, you could change that. In fact, I'm going to definitely do that probably in the next video. I'm going to do that. I'm going to upgrade an already made character, but for now, this is basically it. Thank you for watching. Please give us a like, give us a sub. It will help us to reach more people and also help us to reach you more contents like this in the future. Thank you and bye for now.